So I watched the first two episodes of Daredevil Born Again, and this show is already peak. It's pretty much season 4 of the Netflix show, but ties into the MCU nicely by making hints towards Echo, Kate Bishop, Punisher, and Spider-Man. But the first 10 minutes are actually insane. You have Matt, Foggy, and Karen all celebrating in a bar, but then Foggy gets a call he has to take outside, and that's when the absolute menace that is Bullseye shows up. His entrance is so cold, and now we're getting into major spoilers, so go watch it first. So if you've seen the first couple episodes, then you know what happens. He shoots Foggy and then just starts murking everyone. But Matt jumps in as Daredevil, and when he gets into the costume, he's just aura forming. Daredevil versus Bullseye is a god tier fight and arguably top 5 in the entire MCU, and just shows how vicious of a fighter Bullseye is. And throughout the fight, you begin to see how Daredevil stops holding back, and when they're on the rooftop, Daredevil hears his best friend die and take his final breath. That's why Bullseye didn't shoot him in the head. He wanted Matt to hear Foggy dying. And this just breaks Matt, and he says fuck it and just throws Bullseye off the roof. But of course he survives, and after this night, Matt gives up being Daredevil. But then a year passes and we're introduced to some new characters like Matt's new partner in their firm, his new girlfriend who's a therapist, and reintroduced to Wilson Fisk, aka the motherfucking Kingpin, and his wife Vanessa, along with a new hero in White Tiger. You didn't know Kingpin tried to take Echo under his wing but was betrayed and she shot him, and he spent the last year recovering, and now he's running for mayor of New York, which he wins. But when Matt and Fisk reunite, they try to bury the hatchet, but Matt tells Fisk that if he screws up, he'll be there to rectify it pretty much. Hector Ayala, aka White Tiger, is accused of murdering a cop, even though that shit was set up, and Matt decides to become his lawyer, and the ending scene to episode 2 is the second best scene besides the Daredevil versus Bullseye fight. Cops try to kill the witness in Hector's case, but when they show up, Matt is just waiting for them, smirking, and then bro just absolutely shits on them, breaking one's arm and looking like he broke the other's neck. And the way he picks up his cracked glasses afterwards signifies that he's becoming Daredevil once again. The story itself is heading in a good direction, and I'm excited to see how Matt will deal with the White Tiger's case and Kingpin as mayor. Choreography is amazing as always and is still just as good as the Netflix show was. The show's more graphic as it's rated TVMA, and I'm all for it, but the background and atmosphere itself feels a bit different compared to the Netflix show. Some people see that as a downside, but things change and I don't think it brings the show down. Others are also nitpicking the CGI, and I can understand it, but I also feel like it's forced MCU hate. Matt's new girlfriend is also the marriage counselor to Kingpin and Vanessa, and I'm just wondering how she'll react when she inevitably finds out Matt is Daredevil, because she doesn't really like superheroes that much. But I'm excited for the cameos because John Bernthal is supposed to return as Punisher, but if we could also get Spider-Man, that would be amazing. I feel like Daredevil Born Again has the potential to become the greatest MCU show, and Charlie Cox is Daredevil. It's like Hugh Jackman as Wolverine, he just is the character. In the end, though, I'm going to be watching each episode as it comes out, and I know this show is just going to continue to be peak.